Arnaut, it's great to see you in an Everton shirt. How does it feel for you to join the club?
Thank you. It's been amazing. I'm really happy to be here. It's been a long time coming. To join such a big club, such a massive club as Everton, it only makes me proud. I had other interests from other clubs as well, but there was a gravitational pull towards Everton for me because of the fans, because of the club, because of the history of the club. I'm very happy to be here, and I think second time lucky.
A player of your talent and ability would have had a lot of choices. You were linked with some other top clubs around Europe. So what were the key reasons behind you joining Everton?
I think one of the key reasons is the manager. I'm very convinced in the way that he wants to play. The fans, the crowd, obviously they are very, very involved in the club. They are a massive key reason for me as well to join the club. I'm very grateful to be at the club, and I can't wait to play in front of the fans as well.
It was well known that you were close to joining the club in January. Could you just explain why that never materialised, but how the relationship between you and the club stayed strong?
Yeah, there was a slight point of uncertainty, and I think that's where we kind of missed out on opportunity. But nevertheless, I think it makes it for me more beautiful to join the club now. There's never been any bad blood between us, obviously. So I'm actually even more grateful because of what happened in the past. I'm here now today.
The club clearly value your talents for the fact that they wanted to bring you in this summer. How important was that to feel wanted by Everton?
Very important, very important. And to say the least, to be honest with you, I think as a player, all that you're looking for is the trust from a manager, the trust from the club, the trust from your teammates. I generally feel that I get the chance and opportunity here to prove myself. So it's very important for me to have that feeling.
What do you feel you can bring to this Everton team?
I hope to bring a lot of goals, hope to bring a lot of assists. Obviously football's about winning as well, so I hope to contribute in getting the 3 points.
And you've played in some of the Europe's top leagues, but just explain what kind of forward you are.
I hope to show that I've got a lot of speed in me. I'm a technical player as well, so I hope to show a lot of dribbles, a lot of 1v1s, a lot of goals. It's a bit difficult for me, to be honest with you, to explain myself. I'd rather show it on the pitch. So that's what I'll try to do. I'll try and show to the world and show to the fans what I am. But hopefully I hope to just do my best and make sure that we win as much games as possible.
Your versatility is a key asset as well. You can play on the left, you can play on the right, and as a central striker as well. You play for Villarreal at times.
Yeah, I don't mind playing on different positions. I think in modern day football it's very important to be able to play on different positions. As long as the ball goes between the post and it touches the net, I'm happy.
You mentioned about Sean Dyche being a key factor in you joining the club. So what did he say to make you feel wanted, and how you can help his team?
I think for me, a relationship between the manager and the player is very important. I had a very good chat with Sean Dyche. He explained the way that he wants to play, the way that he sees me performing in a team, what he expects from me, what he doesn't expect from me. And I think all those givens are very important for a player to be able to perform. So for me, I was very pleased with the answer that he gave me, and he seemed to be very keen to work with me, which is very important for me.
You were in the Premier League when Sean took over as Everton manager. So were you encouraged by the progress that Everton made and the clear improvements with him as the manager?
Yeah, 100%. We played I obviously play here in the stadium as well, which for me was very impressive. Also, especially playing as opposition. And the process that's been started, you can clearly see it from the outside as well. You don't have to be an insider to see how much the club has improved, and that's one of the reasons why I'm very keen on joining as well, because there's even a process ahead of us that I'm very excited to be a part of.
You've mentioned about the passion of Evertonians. You've played at Goodison before. You were in the matchday squad back in April when Michael Keane rocketed that last-minute equaliser against Tottenham. So you felt the passion there. How much did that impress you, and how much are you looking forward to having Evertonians on your side this time?
Difficult to explain in words how much that impressed me. I've heard obviously a lot about the stadium, I've heard a lot about the fans, but you can only ever experience it once that goal happens. Specifically that goal, I was warming up down the side, so it literally felt there 40,000 people screaming in my ear. And what it does to you as a player, obviously, it just makes you more keen to play for a club that's so involved and so excited to cheer on their players.
I know you've said that night that you were warming up at the time. I mean, did you just feel that when how they reacted and some of the passion, shall we say?
Yeah, obviously that's yeah, obviously you feel it. Not even towards me personally, to be honest with you, but it's just the entire stadium as an entirety. I think playing here, playing against Everton is always a challenge for anyone that comes here, and I felt that myself. Hence why I'm very, very proud and very, very eager to get started and finally feel that on my side as well. And
are you aware there's a quite long history of players coming in on loan and being taken in by Evertonians and being loved? So you're hoping you can follow in those footsteps as well?
Try and do my best, obviously. The funny thing is, obviously, I'm officially joining and starting today, but I feel as if you've got a history already, which makes it for me even more beautiful to be a part of the entire process. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm very eager to perform. I'm very determined, and I hope to contribute to the entire club and all the fan base.
You're still only 26. You have Premier League experience with Bournemouth and Tottenham, as we mentioned. So how hungry are you now to play regular football and just show what you can do, show the undoubted quality that you have?
Very, very, very eager and very hungry, to say the least. Even more determined so because I'm part of Everton now. I'm just very, very grateful at the minute and just very, very eager to get started, to be honest.
And I know maybe at Tottenham you didn't play as much football as you would have liked, but the kind of feedback you got and the support you got from Tottenham fans for the contributions that you did make, does that give you the confidence that you know you can cut it in the Premier League, you know you can play in the top level of English football? Yes,
I've never doubted my abilities, and I don't think I've never played any football because of my abilities. For me, it's part of football. At times it doesn't go the way that you want it to be. But even that, I think I've learned a lot from it. I think I've grown because of it, and there's no vein in my body that doubts my quality, and I'm very, very determined to show that for the Evertonians now.
And as well as Evertonians and the manager and Kevin Thirlwell, was there anyone else you spoke to prior to joining Everton?
Yeah, I spoke to a couple of players, obviously. Ghana as well. Ghana's very, very convincing, to say the least. But nothing but good words, which makes it for me even better to be a part of it.
And there is a lot of talent in this Everton squad. It's been spoken about. I know the past couple of seasons haven't gone how we'd hoped, but do you hope you can help bring the best out of the attacking talent that is in this squad? Yeah,
not only the attacking talent. I think football is a team sport in the end, and as a striker, I think you contribute to the midfield, to the defence, even to the goalkeeper is an entirety in itself. So I'm just very, very eager to be a part of it, make sure that I can contribute to winning games, make sure I can contribute to the way that we play. Everton itself, obviously, I don't have to mention the history of the club. It's a massive club. Maybe the recent years have been a bit less than what people will actually like to see of Everton, which for me makes me only more eager to join, because there's a challenge ahead, there's a process ahead, and I'm very happy to be a part of it.
And you've chosen the number 10 shirt, so it's a big number. I know you've worn that before, but what does that mean to you and to be the number 10 for Everton?
I think it speaks a lot of confidence. I'm very grateful that the club has offered me the number as well. Obviously, to me, it's a massive thing. I'll try and honour the number as good as possible and make sure that I do the number, make sure that I give the number the respect that it deserves. And
you've got a strong footballing CV. You're a Champions League semi-finalist. You're a top scorer for Villarreal when they got to the last four. You're also a Netherlands international as well. So are you hoping maybe to catch eye and press for Everton and get back into the Dutch fold?
Yes. Playing for your national team is always an honour. But my primary goal of joining Everton is to make sure the club is back to where they belong. To be honest, that's my only goal at the minute, and I want to make sure the club goes back to where they belong first.
And one picture we hope to see is just behind you of your celebration. Did you just explain that a bit? What the reason behind that, the background behind it?
The reason for my celebration goes back to my childhood. I'm still with the same group of friends, and when we were young, we would always be outside and play five-a-side. And there's a particular friend of mine that we used to nickname the Cobra because of the way that I used to play football. So up to this day, we're still together. They're very supportive. They're always in the stadium. They always support my career. They've always been proud of me, and we're all still together. So just as a part of that togetherness and a part of my way of saying thank you to them, it's a Cobra for my friends. They were with me and are still with me to this day.
Well, sure, I'll speak for many Evertonians, so we hope to see it many times in the season ahead.
Try and make it happen.
Welcome to Everton.
Thank you so much.